Welcome to all our new students, domestic or international. This is Tim Scholl speaking, and just thought I'd do a little video to back up what I show you at orientation so you know where to find some things when you're on the student web. So for most of the Institute computers, when you open up a browser, you should come to this page as the home page, and just running through some of the things you can find even without logging in. So for the library, if you go to the library section, you can actually go to the LibGuides, which will have a lot of information about referencing and how to actually find relevant research to your subject. So over on the right-hand side here, you have all the referencing guides that are applicable to our students. So IEEE is for mostly IT students, APA is for the majority of our higher ed students, and then Harvard referencing is for nursing students and also for higher ed students as well, depending on the course that you're in. What I say about this is you need to ask your teacher which type of referencing style you're supposed to do and what type of Harvard, because Harvard is just a structure, right? So there's like 100+ versions of Harvard. So you need to actually ask your teacher, which version of Harvard do you want me to follow? And if they just say follow Box Hill LibGuide, then that's when you come here and follow that LibGuide. These things, what they look like is when you come into them, you actually have a little section on home explaining what the LibGuide is and how it works. Then a little bit on how to summarize and paraphrase research, how to do it well, and then stuff about how to directly quote research, and then a whole bunch of sort of research types. So electronic journal article, if I go to that, it'll tell me this is how I cite it in text, and this is how I cite it at the end of my text. So what they'll show you here is the format that you need to have it in. So the surname of the author, then their initials, a full stop, the year of publication, no brackets, and then they'll give you an example of what that looks like below. And the main thing here that I want to tell you is that, to try and reference. Don't do it. Don't just leave it out because you're not 100% sure of how to do it. Come here and do it. Give it an attempt. Try and pick the right type of material and at least give it a try. So the two main ones you'll get are electronic journal articles, website and web documents, and then you'll kind of get journal article and books as a third and fourth, very close as the majority of stuff. So that was under library, LibGuides, which brought me here, and then Harvard referencing here. And then these here on the left show us all the databases that relate to your particular subject. So if I come into health, it'll give me 11 different databases that have all got research that relates to my field. So it'll actually narrow down the library's catalog for you to these actual databases that have research that relates specifically to your field. Or if you're in business, you come to business and they'll narrow it down to these 10 here. So that's the first thing. The second thing for the library is the catalog. So if you come to the catalog, this is where you search material. And it's simply just a search like a Google search. Punch in your search and it'll bring up everything that relates to that particular search. So if I type in nursing interventions, I get all of the stuff to do with nursing interventions. If I go into a book or a PDF, on the right-hand side, so all the information here relating to whether that book is available, fantastic. On the right-hand side, you have this tool for citing, which will automatically generate a reference based on the library guide. And you can see here we've got two different versions of Harvard, and this is where I say to students, make sure you ask teachers which type of Harvard they would like. APA only has one version that gets updated globally, so that should be up to date. And the rest of the referencing styles here, they get constantly updated. So just make sure you communicate with your teacher, make them understand there are multiple versions of Harvard if you're using Harvard and which one do they want. Or if you're using APA, show them this example here or an example on the StudentWeb and say, would that be sufficient? Is the best way to try and work it out. So that's the Cite tool on the right-hand side here and the catalog. If you're looking to connect to Wi-Fi, underneath Help, you've got Connecting to Wi-Fi, and that page will bring you to a list of devices. So you just need to know what type of operating system you're working from, whether it's Windows, Android, or Mac OS X or iOS. and you should be able to connect your devices. That'll just then take you through to a set of instructions to run through. And with all of them, what you'll have is you basically punch in the password, which is Boxhill99 on the wireless BHI Student U. And then on every device, it is slightly different, but you have to come and enter in this particular proxy so that you are protected while you're using the Wi-Fi here at Box Hill. The other thing underneath help is where to find tech solutions. So all the information here, if you're having problems with the device, you actually can come here and phone them. You can log a job online, or you can find where they're located here face to face and go in and see them to be able to get some support. The other thing in this menu is all of the student life services to do with welfare, student support workers, activities, learning support for domestic students and international students. There's just so much stuff here. I'm not going to go into it, but all of our services at Student Life, there is some information here to find. The last thing I want to show you is when you log into the StudentWeb, you'll have all your units here, but on the right-hand side here, there should be something about Office 365. Now, every student here while you're at Box Hill, you actually get a version of Microsoft Office 365, which is their online version of Office. And it gives you access to all of their applications. And you can actually install one version of this on a device of your choice, whether that's a laptop, a home PC, or a home Mac. You can actually go through or a MacBook and install it on your PC, so you don't have to be connected to the internet to use it. Right, so that's it when you log in, and you can go to IT for help with that if you can't get access to that, because sometimes it just takes them a little bit of time to process all the student licenses so that you can get access to that. And that's probably the main issue that we run into, is just dishing out those heaps of licenses to new students at the start of the year. Your units on here will look similar to this. So, for example, if you were in the Faculty of Business, IT and Applied Arts, you'll have all your unit information underneath a school here like this with the blue banner. If you are in nursing, you would come under Faculty of Health, Community and Life Sciences. Because I'm a staff member, I have access to multiple things to be able to help students. But yours will just have one. And so then on the left-hand side, you'll have all the stuff to be able to get into your email, which is important because that's how teachers communicate here. That's how staff communicate here. And all new students, if you go through this top one, you'll be taken to a portal where what you need to enter as your username is little s, and then your 8-digit student number, 7 or 8 digits. I can't remember how many it is. I think it's 8. At student.bhtafe.edu.au, and then your password would be your birthday backwards. So for me, that is 1987 for the year, 02 for February, which is the month, and then 03, which is the day. And then you'd sign in. I can't sign in because I don't have a student account because I'm a staff member. You would sign in and it would take you to Microsoft Outlook and take you to your email account, and it will take you through setting up your backup email account. And there's also some help here on the StudentWeb before you go too much further for forwarding your student email to another address. So if you've got a personal email, it'll actually run you through how to do that as well. And it'll also have some other things here to be able to help you through using the technical services at Box Hill. If you have any problems with that email stuff or getting it set up or using it, go and see Tech Solutions and they'll be able to help you, or come and see me at E9 on Elgar campus or in CM30 at the City campus, and they'll be able to help you out. I'll be able to help you out for the Tech Solutions. Like I said before, it's all their locations are here as well. And I think that's about it. So we've covered library, referencing, connecting to Wi-Fi, your email, and that's basically everything that you need to know. If you ever need to get in contact with me and ask me a question, Facebook is a great way to do that. So my profile looks like this in the little green jumper holding a thumbs up. I have 2 profiles. This is my work one. So if you add that, I can actually message you or talk to you on Messenger. And you can also see all the material that I post that relates to extra activities for students or reminders for students. So that's about it. The other way to contact me is on my email or by phone, which I'll just punch into a Word document now, so you've got it there and you're able to see it. Basically, that's going to take a little while. So let's just go to home so you can actually see me. So here I am. So here's my contact details here. So with all the emails at Box Hill for staff members, it'll be first initial dot last name or surname at boxhill.edu.au. That's my phone number, and I'm mainly located at Elgar campus, but I am in multiple areas all around the city and at Elgar, and my days change depending on where the majority of students are on which days. But I'll let you know on Facebook, so you'll be able to get access to my services if you need. And the last thing is, if you want to book an appointment with me, Google INT Support BHI, and the very first link that you'll get sent to is this little website where I've got a whole bunch of support information, and you can come to book an appointment and you'll see my locations, my days, my calendar, when I'm available, when I'm not available. Since it's the start of the year, I don't have any appointments with students just yet. You put your information in, and about once every 10 minutes this updates, and we'll block out the time that you put in here so that no one else can book in a time. I just ask here that you do maximum 2 appointments per student per week, because we shouldn't need much more than 2 hours to sort out whatever problem that you're having and start to get into a bit of a rhythm of trying to help you out with your academic work. So that's everything from me today. If you ever need any help, remember those are my details just there on the screen, t.scholl@boxhill.edu.au or 9286 9150, or find me on Facebook or on any of the other socials, so Instagram and Twitter, and WeChat as well, by using that little moniker INT Support BHI. I'll see you around campus, and I'll see you soon, and welcome to Box Hill.